Hey everybody, welcome to what I'm going to call a real-world walk-around of my 2007 Ford Ranger Sport. Well, this is how the truck normally lives. We actually use it as a truck. Normally when I bring you a video, I usually clean it up before I film the video just to make it look its best. But this week you're gonna get to see what it actually normally looks like. We've got animals, so it's kind of used as a ranch truck. And that's why we have it. As you can see, it's actually not clean. It's pretty dirty. Dirty for me, I should say. I'll tell you one thing, having this truck is nice when you got to take big dogs like this to the groomer, to the vet, whatever. Anyway, I'll take this opportunity to do a quick walk around and we'll talk about what I've done so far, talk about what we're going to do in the future. So as many of you know, I picked up this truck several months ago. It is a 2007 Ranger Sport two-wheel drive, and it did come with these 3110-515 Toyo AT open country tires on, let's see, XD wheels. Okay, I'm sorry, KMC XD series wheels. And I did repaint those black in a prior episode. Well, that dog's not gonna leave me alone. So everything I've done does have its own playlist, so please refer back to the playlist. Every video is pretty well marked, and I would ask you do that before you ask a question. I get the same questions over and over and over and over again. What size tires, what size wheels, so on and so forth. Anyway, please do check out the playlist. I put a lot of time and effort into categorizing and kind of documenting everything. So I definitely love comments. So this has, I guess we'll start at the front here. Replaced the headlights, replaced the emblem, added some tow hooks. Again, playlist for those are in the playlist. The paint on this hood, that you can tell right now because it's pretty filthy. The paint was the clear coat was completely oxidized, and I was able to buff that out, and it looks pretty acceptable. So I'm happy with that. I do need to still, I'm going to end up repainting these mirror caps and also the roof. I haven't done anything with that. That needs to be wet sanded. I may be able to save it. If I need to repaint it, I'm okay with that too. Added the side steps. Added the wheel spacers, front and rear. He seems to be overly thrilled. Replaced this door handle, was broken. Added these tie downs. I actually had these for my 2002 Ranger, but never ended up installing them on that truck, so I have them for this one. Ended up replacing the tailgate access panel in one of the videos. I did end up replacing the backups and the license plate lights with LEDs. And it already came with this backup camera and the Pioneer doubled-in stereo, which I'll show you once we get to the inside. I still do have the trailer hitch for the back. One of these days I need to finish installing that, but for right now I don't need it. So I'll put it on there eventually. This truck was nicely equipped with the sliding rear window and tinted from the factory. The rear windows are tinted. The fronts are not tinted. And here on the inside, it's dirty, covered in dog hair, but that's just the way it goes. And here's that Pioneer stereo. I did not install that. It came in the truck. It's okay. Not a huge fan of Pioneer in general, but it's okay. Everything on the truck does work. Power windows, locks. It definitely has keyless entry, which is really nice. Air conditioning works, cruise, all that kind of stuff. I do have 1 or 2 dash lights that are burned out, and I did purchase all new LEDs, so I'll be doing that in a future video. I ended up upgrading just the light itself, the bulb, I guess you call it, the lamp, to an LED. No big deal, it just looks a lot better. I did add some inexpensive rubber floor mats that were kind of cut to fit on top of the already rubber floor covering, but these are nice. I like the way they look, and they were not at all expensive. They're Armor All brand. Got them on Amazon. I think they were maybe 25 bucks. Moving on to the engine bay. Pretty standard and typical 3.0 V6. Everything works. It's a little dusty right now, but generally it's pretty clean. The AC blows nice and cold. I did replace this in one of my last videos, so definitely check that out. Repainted the grille in one of my first videos. I do have new fog light lenses that are tinted to match the headlights, but in order to replace those, you need to take off the bumper assembly. So that'll be coming up in a future video once I get to it. I'm pretty happy with the way this truck looks. It's been very reliable. Haven't had any issues with it. Still has the factory exhaust. I don't think I'll do anything to change that out anytime soon. It does have upgraded Bilstein shocks, front and rear. I don't know how much life they have left in them, but they seem to be okay. I'm not sure when they were actually replaced, but no issues. So again here, passenger side. Aside from being a little dirty, a little dusty, just full of dog hair and whatever else, truck is holding up. And here's that roof I was talking about. See, the previous owner tried to wax it, and I think a lot of the white that you're looking at is just wax residue, plus the fact that it's really dirty. But I'm thinking I'll be able to color sand this and buff it. The hood was almost just as bad. As you can see, even though it's dirty, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than this. It's just from our Southern California sun. It's pretty intense, and I doubt this thing has ever been garaged. So that's okay, we'll deal with it. Third brake light, strangely enough, does not have the cargo light option like my 2002 did. So I could buy a cargo light. I'd have to manually wire it into the dome light, which I may do in an upcoming video. Who knows? So one thing this truck doesn't have, which I wish it did, is the rear doors. I guess the super cab door option. Some of them have rear opening doors and some do not. This doesn't, although it is pretty nicely equipped otherwise. I've seen a lot of them that do have those doors that don't have the rear sliding window and may not have power windows and locks. And I wanted an automatic this time because it's easier for other people to drive. It's nice to have an automatic in your fleet. Most everything else I have is manual except for my Tacoma, but this offers a good amount of storage inside. Like I said, the AC works very well. Happy with that. And this truck is still subject to the airbag recall. I keep getting 1 or 2 notices a week. I think it's just the passenger side on this vehicle. I need to make contact with them and get that changed out. But other than that, everything else seems to be pretty up to par. Oh, one thing I want to remind everybody about is I did have a paintless dent guy come and take out all the dings on the truck, so it does look a lot better when a vehicle is not full of dings and dents, and this was pretty good to begin with. It still has a couple little things that he was unable to get out, like there's a little, you see it right there, there's one little ding that he was not able to pull out just because he said where it was on this body line, so I guess I can live with that. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see. I definitely have several products that I've already purchased that have been sitting on the shelf in there in the garage for months now, just waiting for the weather to cool down a little bit. It's been an insanely hot summer here in the San Diego area. So now that it's November 1st is the date of this filming, and it's still 81 degrees right now at almost 4 o'clock in the evening. So we need some relief. Other than that, drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And I would like to actually lift this like I did with the O2, but that's going to be a little ways down the road. Like I said, this truck is used for practicality at this point, so lifting it would kind of take away a lot of the practicality. So it actually doesn't look bad on these 31s. And I don't know if it's leveled from the factory stance or not. Maybe you could tell me. I know that the factory tires would have been a little bit smaller than these 31s, but it does seem to sit pretty nice. Maybe slightly lower in the front, but I don't see any signs. I mean, perhaps maybe the torsion bars have been cranked a bit. I'm not sure. But anyway, that'll do it for now. One more video done. Drop a comment below. Until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.